Yo, what's good, Jets Nation? This is New York Jets Media, bringing you guys my flight preview to the Jets vs. Raiders game that's coming up this Sunday. This is going to be a huge test for the New York Jets as they're coming off back-to-back wins over the Giants and Redskins. And as we all know, the Giants and Redskins are not the best of teams. So obviously, all the Jets fans are happy right now. You know, we won 2 games in a row, and Sam Darnold's been playing good. The defense has been looking good. Jamal Adams has developed into a superstar and the unquestionably the best safety in the league, and we have a lot to be happy about right now. But this is a huge test for the Jets on Sunday because the Raiders are 6-4, and they are a very good team, very well-coached team. They have a lot of weapons, and they have one of the best rookies classes like ever. So we have a huge matchup coming up. If we can beat this Raiders team on Sunday, it can show that just because we beat the Giants and Redskins and they're bad, it can show that we were actually still a good team and we're developing into the right direction. Sam Darnold is coming off of his best game of his career, having 4 touchdowns and nearly 300 yards, and hopefully he can bounce back from that and become even... I'm just hoping Sam Darnold could be consistent, and just like last season when Sam came back from injury, he was one of the best quarterbacks in the league towards the end of the season. So maybe Sam Darnold can do that same thing that he did last year because we're getting towards the end of the season. Hopefully he can keep developing and getting better and better and more comfortable. I think the number one reason why Sam Darnold has took a huge step after his 2-week funk of him throwing like 7 interceptions in 2 games was the maturity of Sam Darnold to walk into Adam Gase's office. And most of you guys have heard the story that are Jets fans. He walks into Adam Gase's office and he's like, "Listen, coach, I want to go over the playbook with you. This is what I like. This is what I don't like." And I feel like after that, Coach Gase said, he's like, "Yeah, it's about time he did that." And when I heard that, I'm like, okay, Coach Gase, why the hell are you waiting for your quarterback to come up to you to do this? If you're the coach, you go up to him and say, "Listen, Sam, what do you like and what you don't like?" But Sam Darnold had to be the mature one and go into his office and have a good conversation about it. It was a good convo. They went over everything, and Sam Darnold probably told him, "This is how I feel like I can benefit this offense the most, and these plays I'm not comfortable with." Ever since then, Sam Darnold's been lighting it up. And you saw how much more comfortable he is and how much poised he is. I don't know this for sure. I'm just assuming. I'm assuming Sam Darnold told Adam Gase, "Listen, I'm more comfortable when I'm escaping the pocket and throwing on the run." Because ever since then, we've been seeing a lot more design rollouts, and the play against the Redskins, the touchdown into Robbie Anderson, that's like my favorite play call by Gase, getting Sam Darnold on the run throughout the play. He snaps the ball, the whole line shifts to the right, Sam Darnold immediately runs to his right, hits Robbie Anderson in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. That's Sam Darnold's strengths. He can improvise and all this stuff. So all the credit goes to Sam Darnold for being the mature one, going into coach's office and having an open conversation with him. That is awesome. To move on to the matchup with the Raiders versus the Jets have the best run defense in the league, which is pretty sick. I know we're 3-7, and I know we have a bunch of injuries, but you got to give a lot of credit to Greg Williams because Greg Williams is coaching the hell out of these guys. We have a bunch of no-names on defensive line. Obviously, they're not no-names to us Jets fans, but for people around the league, nobody knows who Foley Fatukasi is. Nobody knows who Kyle Phillips is. People know Steve McClendon, Quinnen Williams, Henry Anderson. All these guys on the defensive line are stepping up and playing at elite level. Not to mention, Jamal Adams is playing like a outside linebacker, a middle linebacker, a safety, a slot corner. He's playing all over the field, so he's a huge reason why we're number 1 in run defense. And the Raiders are top 5 in rushing offense, so this is going to be a huge matchup for us. Who's the better one? Are we the better run defense, or are they the better running offense? That's going to be an awesome matchup to watch, so I'm excited for that. And some players I'm looking out for is Bless Austin. He made his first career start last week, the cornerback out of Rutgers, and he had a phenomenal game for a 6th-round rookie, and I'm hoping he can improve and just continue those. He has that physique and that body and that mindset of a corner that you want, and hopefully throughout the year we see him develop and become a solid cornerback for the future. Another player I'm looking out for who hasn't really been plugged in the stat sheet is Marcus May. He's known as a ball hawk. He's the other safety next to Jamal Adams, and he hasn't recorded an interception once this season, which kind of like doesn't worry me, but I want to see Marcus May get involved and force turnovers because we need to get some more turnovers on defense in order to win some games, and that's another player I'm looking out for. And another one who's not really plugging the stats is rookie Quinnen Williams. There is a lot of depth on the defensive line, so he's not even playing 100% of the snaps. He's playing like 50 or 60%, and he has 1 sack of the year, and he hasn't really been that impressive, but at the same time, I'm not worried. He's really young, and he has a lot of time to develop and get more comfortable and become that dominant player that he knows he can become. Another player I'm looking out for is Le'Veon Bell. You know, Le'Veon Bell's talent is through the roof, and he hasn't had that breakout game where he has 100 yards and like 2 touchdowns. And yes, I put a lot of that on the offensive line because every time Le'Veon gets the ball, he has nowhere to run. But I'm hoping the offensive line can get their stuff together and realize, like, listen, we have one of the best running backs talent-wise in the league. Let's make some holes for the guy. And I also want to see Adam Gase utilize Le'Veon in the passing game, line him up the slot, because he is one of the best passing backs in the league. So I want to see Le'Veon Bell get more involved in the offense and all that good stuff. And Jamal Adams, like I mentioned earlier, he is playing out of his mind right now. He has 6 sacks on the season, and he's leading the Jets in almost every single defensive statistic, which is mind-boggling. He needs 3 more sacks of becoming the only defensive back in NFL history to record the most sacks in a season. That is awesome. Jamal is only in his 3rd year, and I'm hoping Joe Douglas extends him right after this year or right when eligibility starts. I think it's like December 30th or something like that. They should pay the man, make him the highest paid player. He is playing out of his mind and is no question the best safety in the league. I also want to see Adam Gase continue to improve as a head coach and play calling wise. He's been play calling very well lately, and I think that goes to Sam Darnold because he went into his office and told him this is what I like. So Sam Darnold looks better, so that means the offense looks better, and that means Adam Gase looks better. So I'm hoping Adam Gase can continue to improve, and also Greg Williams. He's coaching out of his mind, and I love everything about Greg Williams. I hope he returns to us next year. So that does it for this video. Leave a comment down below what you guys are expecting from this game. I'm hoping the Jets can be competitive and obviously come out with a victory, but it's definitely not a game that's going to be easy. It's going to be a rough game. The Raiders are a tough coach team by John Gruden and them, so it's going to be a rough one. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let's go Jets. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.